Hello Piyush. Good luck Shri. Good luck Sharma. I need something to tie my hair. Leave it. Because it's hard to study, that's why I was crying. First session 90 minutes, okay? मैं टाइमर ऑन कर दे रही हूँ के Good luck Shubham. Some of the columnar or cuboidal cells get specialized for secretion and are called glandular epithelium. Some of the columnar and cuboidal cells get specialized for secretion and are called glandular epithelium. They are mainly of two types: unicellular, consisting of isolated glandular cells, goblet cells of alimentary canal. They are glandular epithelium are mainly of two types: unicellular, consisting of isolated glandular cell, unicellular, isolated glandular cells, goblet cells of alimentary canal, and multicellular, consisting of cluster of cells, salivary glands. On the basis of mode of pouring of the secretion, glands are divided into two categories, namely exocrine and endocrine gland. Exocrine glands secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzyme, and other cells product. These products are released through ducts or tubes. In contrast, endocrine glands do not have ducts. Their products called hormone are secreted directly into the fluid bathing or bathing, whatever, the gland, compound epithelium. Okay, some of the columnar or cuboidal cells gets specialized for secretion and are called glandular epithelium. They are the specialized for secretion. Okay, columnar or cuboidal cells get specialized columnar or cuboidal cells specialized for secretion. Okay, cells. Specialized columnar or cuboidal cell for secretion. Glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. Some of the cells get specialized. Some of the columnar or cuboidal cell gets specialized for secretion are called glandular epithelium. Specialized columnar or cuboidal cell for secretion. Specialized columnar or cuboidal cells. This columnar or cuboidal cell gets specialized for secretion. Okay. Specialized CIALI. Specialized cuboidal and columnar cell. For secretion. Okay. There are mainly two types, unicellular. Okay. Two type of glandular epithelium. That is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular, isolated goblet cell of alimentary. Isolated goblet, GOBLET, goblet cell of alimentary canal. Mainly of two types. Unicellular consisting of isolated glandular cell. Okay, isolated goblet cell of alimentary canal. Isolated goblet cell of alimentary canal. Unicellular. Unicellular consisting of isolated. Unicellular consisting of isolated glandular cell. Consisting of isolated glandular cell. Isolated goblet cell of alimentary canal, unicellular. Isolated glandular cell, goblet cell of alimentary canal, unicellular, consisting of isolated glandular cell, goblet cell of alimentary canal, isolated goblet cell of alimentary canal, and multicellular, consisting of cluster of cells, salivary gland. Multicellular, consisting cluster of salivary gland, CLUS, cluster of cells, salivary, SALI, salivary gland. Salivary, SALIVARY, salivary gland, salivary gland. Okay, cluster of cells, salivary gland, multicellular. Isolated goblet cell, isolated glandular cell, goblet cell, glandular cell, alimentary canal, unicellular. These are glandular epithelium. Okay, specialized cuboidal cell or columnar cell. One is a goblet cell of alimentary canal, the other one is salivary gland. Multicellular and unicellular. On the basis of mode of pouring, secretion, glands are divided into two categories. Pouring. On the basis of mode of secretion, pouring or secretion, glands are divided into two categories. Endocrine glands, two type. Glands, exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine endocrine. Exocrine and endocrine glands. Glands, endocrine glands. Exocrine glands and endocrine glands. Exocrine glands secrete mucus, saliva के secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzyme, and other cell products. These products are released through ducts or tubes. P-R-O-D-U-C-T. Products are released. R-E-L-E-A-S-D. Released through ducts or tubes. Example: oils, earwax, saliva, earwax, oil, saliva, mucus, enzyme. Okay, glands secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil. Mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes. Milk, digestive enzyme. And other cell product. Okay, oils, earwax, milk, digestive enzymes. Oil, earwax, milk, digestive enzymes, mucus, saliva, and other enzymes. These products are released through ducts or tubes. In contrast, endocrine glands do not have ducts. Example: hormones. Hormones are secreted directly into the fluid bathing the gland. Hormones are secreted directly into the fluid. Hormones are directly secreted. Hormones are directly secreted. Hormones are directly secreted. Secreted into the fluid. Hormones are directly secreted. Secreted into the fluid. Directly secreted into the fluid bathing glands. Hormones are secreted directly into the fluid bathing the glands. Compound epithelium. Then we have exocrine glands. For exocrine gland, there are ducts and tubes. For exocrine glands, there are ducts and tubes. Released through ducts and tubes. Endocrine do not have ducts. Example: hormones. Hormones are directly secreted into the fluid bathing the glands. Exocrine and endocrine. Endocrine are hormones. epithelium. Compound epithelium. Compound epithelium is made up of more than one layer, multi-layered of cells, and thus has limited role in secretion and absorption. Compound epithelium is made of more than more than one layer, multi-layered of cells, more than one layer, okay, multi-layered of cells, and thus has a limited role in secretion and absorption. Their main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. They cover the dry surface of skin. The moist surface of buccal cavity, pharynx, inner lining of ducts of salivary gland, and of pancreatic ducts. All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular materials. Okay, compound epithelium एक पैराग्राफ में दिया है इसके लिए. On the basis of a structure modification of cells, simple epithelium. Okay, ये हो गया. Here, compound epithelium, 2 or more cell layer. It does function, protective function, as it does in our skin. Protective function, it has protective function. Okay, multi-layered, more than one layer, multi-layered. Multi-layered, protective function, multi-layered, L-A-Y-E-R, layered, protective function. Multi-layered protective function. Compound epithelium, multi-layered protective function. More than one layer. Okay, multi-layered protective function, has protective function. Multi-layered protective function, and what else? As it does in our skin. More than one layer of cell, thus has a limited role in secretion and absorption. Limited role in absorption and secretion. Absorption and secretion. Absorption and secretion. Protective function example, skin, limited role in absorption and secretion. Limited role in absorption and secretion. The main function is to provide protection against. Provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. Provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. Multi-layered protective function example, skin, limited role in absorption and secretion. Provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. Provide, where is it? Thus has a limited role in secretion and absorption. Okay, is made up of more than one layer, multi-layered of cells, and thus has a limited role in secretion and absorption. Their main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. Provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. stresses. They cover the dry surface of skin. Covers dry surface of skin. Surface of skin. Buccal cavity. Moist surface of buccal cavity. Moist surface, dry surface of skin, moist surface of buccal cavity. Pharynx, Pharynx. Pharynx. Inner lining of ducts of salivary gland. Inner lining of ducts of salivary gland. Inner lining. Lining of ducts of salivary. Ducts of salivary gland. Salivary gland. Ducts of salivary gland. Inner lining of ducts of salivary gland. Inner lining of ducts of salivary gland. And of pancreatic ducts. The ducts of salivary gland. Inner lining of ducts of pancreatic ducts. Pancreatic, inner lining of ducts of ducts of inner lining, LINN. Lining of pancreatic ducts, inner lining of pancreatic ducts. Okay. Compound epithelium. Animal tissue. Structure varies. Structure of cell varies. They have different function. 4 types of tissue. Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and neural tissue. Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular and neural. Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues are also called epithelia or epithelium. They have free surface, faces either the environment or the body fluid. When it faces body fluid, it acts like lining, and when it faces the outer environment, it acts like covering. Cells are compactly packed, little intercellular matrix. Cells are compactly packed and little intercellular matrix. 2 types of epithelial tissue, simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium, single layer of cells, function lining body cavity, ducts and tubes. 3 types of simple epithelium on the basis of a structural modification of cells. Squamous, cuboidal, columnar. Okay. 2 types of epithelial tissue, simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Cells are compactly packed in epithelial tissue. Okay, epithelial tissue मा के भन्छ न त epithelial tissue कै नाम हो सिंगुलर छ भने epithelium भन्छ, प्लुरल छ भने epithelial भन्छ. यिनको free surface हुन्छ. They have free surface. They either act as lining or covering. यिनको 10टा टाइप हुन्छ, 2टा टाइप हुन्छ, मेजर. एउटा सिंगल लेयर छ भने simple epithelium, 2टा या फिर 2टा भन्दा ज्यादा छ भने compound epithelium. Cells compactly packed हुन्छ. Cells कस्तो हुन्छ? Tightly packed हुन्छ. कम्ती intercellular matrix हुन्छ. Little intercellular matrix. Cells are compactly packed. Has free surface area. And cells are compactly packed. Has free surface area. Surface area खाली हुन्छ, खुल्ला हुन्छ. Free surface area. Cells are compactly packed. Little intercellular matrix. 2 types of epithelial tissues. Simple epithelium र compound हुन्छ. Simple को पनि 3टा टाइप हुन्छ. Single layer हुन्छ, single layer of cells. Function के हुन्छ भने lining हुन्छ या त protection. Lining body cavities, ducts of tube. यति मात्रै कुरा छ. Lining body cavities, ducts and tubes. कैसे मैं याद करूँगी? कोई बात नहीं, याद तो करना ही होगा. Three types of simple epithelium on the basis of structural modification of cell. Squamous, cuboidal, columnar. It's okay, ma, padle. Squamous, cuboidal, columnar. Squamous, cuboidal, columnar. Single layer of cell function. Lining body cavities, ducts and tubes. Lining body cavities. Body cavity लाई line गरेको हुन्छ, ducts लाई गरेको हुन्छ, tube लाई गरेको हुन्छ. कसले? Simple epithelium ले. Cells are compactly packed. अय्या इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है ना, लेकिन पढ़ूंगी मैं, पढ़ूंगी. अबे ये टाइम आउट कहाँ गया? रुक, अभी तुझे बोल के दिखा देती हूँ भाई, रुक थोड़ी देर रुक. हाँ और कितना बोलूं? और भी ज्यादा बोलूं? और भी किसी को कुछ बोलना है या फिर सुनना है तो लिखना. Simple epithelium, single layer of cells, function, lining, body cavity, ducts and tubes. Three types of simple epithelium. Three types of simple epithelium on the basis of structural modification of cell. On the basis of structural modification of cells. Squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium र columnar epithelium हुन्छ. यिनीहरूको फंक्शन के हो? लाइनिङ बडी क्याभिटीज, डक्ट्स एन्ड ट्युब. लाइनिङ बडी क्याभिटी, डक्ट्स एन्ड ट्युब्स. थ्री टाइप अफ सिम्पल एपिथेलियम अन द बेसिस अफ स्ट्रक्चरल मोडिफिकेसन अफ सेल. स्क्वामस, क्युबोइडल, कलमनार. ओके, एनिमल सेलमा स्ट्रक्चर, सेलको स्ट्रक्चर भ्यारी गर्छ, डिफ्रेन्ट फंक्सन हुन्छ. डिफ्रेन्ट फंक्सन कस्तो फंक्सन छ त्यसमा डिपेन्ड गरिकन डिफ्रेन्ट सेलको स्ट्रक्चर हुन्छ. चारवटा टाइप के हो भन्दाखेरि न्युरल मस्कुलर र कनेक्टिभ अनि इपिथेलियल हो. ओके, इपिथेलियल टिस्युलाई नै के भन्छ? इपिथेलियम पनि भन्छ या फिर इपिथेलिया पनि भन्छ. यिनीहरूकोमा के हुन्छ? फ्री सर्फेस एरिया हुन्छ. के हुन्छ? फ्री सर्फेस हुन्छ. या त एन्भाइरोमेन्टलाई फेस गरेको हुन्छ, इन्भाइरोमेन्टलाई या त बडी फ्लुइडलाई फेस गरेको हुन्छ. जब बडी फ्लुइडलाई फेस गरेको हुन्छ त्यतिखेर लाइनिङ, जब एन्भाइरोमेन्टलाई फेस गरेको हुन्छ त्यतिखेर कभरिङ. Cells are compactly packed, little intercellular matrix. कम्ती intercellular matrix हुन्छ epithelial tissue. Okay, two types of epithelial tissue, simple र compound. Simple epithelial, single layer of cells, function के हो? Lining body cavities, ducts and tube. कसलाई लाइन गर्नु पर्यो? Body cavity, ducts र tube लाई. Three types of simple epithelium on the basis of structural modification of cells. Squamous, cuboidal र columnar. Squamous epithelium, single thin layer, flattened cell हुन्छ, irregular boundaries हुन्छ. Single हुन्छ, thin layer, flattened cells, irregular boundaries. Found in ear sac of lungs and ear sac of lungs मा हुन्छ. अरु का हुन्छ? Wall of blood vessels. Function, forming the diffusion boundary. Forming a diffusion boundary. यो के हो? Squamous epithelium हो. Cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium मा के हुन्छ? Single layer of cube like cell. सिंगल लेयर हुन्छ, क्यूब लाइक सेल्स हुन्छ. मेन फंक्शन के हो? सिक्रिसन र अब्जर्प्सन. मेन फंक्शन सिक्रिसन एन्ड अब्जर्प्सन फर क्यूबोइडल इपिथेलियम. फाउन्ड इन, कहाँ पाउँछ यो? एउटा त नेफ्रोनमा पाउँछ, नेफ्रोन, ट्युबुलर नेफ्रोन इन किडनी, ट्युबुलर पार्ट अफ नेफ्रोन इन किडनी. र अर्को कहाँनिर हुन्छ? सिक्रिसन एन्ड अब्जर्प्सन. डक्ट्स अफ ग्ल्यान्ड्स. डक्ट्स अफ ग्ल्यान्ड्सहरुको डक्ट्समा पनि पाउँछ क्यूबोइडल सेल सिक्रिसन र अब्जर्प्सनको लागि हो. इपिथेलियम अफ पीसीटी. इपिथेलियम अफ पीसीटी मा के हुन्छ भन्दा त epithelium, columnar epithelium. Okay, Epithelium of PCT मा microvilli हुन्छ. Epithelium of PCT has microvilli. Columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium पनि हुन्छ, single layer हुन्छ, columnar cell हुन्छ, nuclei base मा present हुन्छ. Nuclei are located at the base. Okay. Free surface area मा cilia present हुन्छ. Free surface area मा के हुन्छ? Microvilli. Really? This is so irritating. Okay. Free surface area मा microvilli हुन्छ, found in the lining of stomach र intestine को lining मा पाउँछ. Free surface may have microvilli. Lining of stomach and intestine helps in secretion and absorption. Columnar के गर्छ? हेल्प गर्छ secretion र absorption मा. कहाँनिर पाउँछ? Stomach and intestine. Ciliated epithelium. जब यो cuboidal cell र columnar मा cilia present हुन्छ यिनको surface मा. Cilia in the free surface function के हुन्छ? Move a particle or mucus in a particular direction, specific direction over the epithelium in a particular direction. Okay. Present in the inner side of hollow organ, like present in the inner side of hollow organ के भन्न त? Bronchioles or fallopian tube. कहाँनिर हुन्छ ciliated epithelium? Bronchioles र fallopian tube. Bronchioles र fallopian tube मा present हुन्छ. कहाँनिर हुन्छ? Bronchioles र fallopian tube मा present हुन्छ. The side of hollow organs like bronchioles and fallopian tubes. Move particle or mucus over epithelium in a particular direction. Columnar and cuboidal cells with cilia in their free surface. Okay. Glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium specialized cuboidal र columnar cell हो. Cuboidal and columnar cell. First secretion के को लागि हो? Secretion को लागि हो. Two types of glandular epithelium is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular हुन्छ, multicellular. Unicellular goblet cell, glandular cell of alimentary canal र multicellular salivary gland cluster of cells. Okay. Glands. Endocrine हुन्छ, exocrine हुन्छ. Endocrine के हो? Hormones हो. They are secreted directly into the fluid bathing the glands. Okay. They don't have ducts or tubes. Do not have ducts. Okay. These are hormones. Okay. Product के हुन्छ? You don't have to think about it, bro. Just study. Products are released through ducts or tubes. If the products are released through ducts and tubes, they are called exocrine glands. Example: oils, earwax, saliva, milk, digestive enzymes, other products, including mucus, and other products. Okay, other cell products and other cell products. Cuboidal epithelium, they are multi-layered. They have more than one layer. Protective function, example skin. Limited role in absorption and secretion. Provide protection against mechanical stress and chemical stress. They are present in dry surface of skin, moist surface of buccal cavity, pharynx. Then they are present on the inner lining of the ducts of salivary gland. Yeah, salivary. Inner lining of ducts of salivary gland and inner lining of pancreatic duct. Pancreatic duct को inner lining र inner lining of duct of salivary gland. Salivary gland को duct मा हुन्छ. Okay. Salivary gland को duct मा हुन्छ. अनि pancreatic duct को inner lining मा पनि हुन्छ. Compound epithelium. Limited role in absorption and secretion. Mechanical stress र chemical stress बाट protect गर्नु main function. Okay. Provide protection against. Okay. Protective function as skin multi-layered हुन्छ. Compound epithelium के हुन्छ? Multi-layered हुन्छ. It's okay ma. It's okay ma. It's okay. It's okay Ima. It's okay. Let me cry. But I'm not supposed to. Who cares, bro? Who cares? Just study. All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular matrix. All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular material. All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular material. In nearly all animal tissues, specialized junctions provide both structural and functional links. All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular material. All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular material. Intercellular material. Okay, little answer. Little intercellular material. In nearly all animal tissue, specialized junction provide both structural and functional link between its individual cell. Three types of cell junctions are found in epithelium and other tissues. These are called as tight, adhering, adhering, and gap junction. Tight junction helps to stop substances from leaking across the tissue. Adhering junction perform cementing to keep neighboring cells together. Gap junctions facilitate the cells to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of adjoining cells for rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है ना, कोई बात नहीं, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा आ रहा है और मेरा पढ़ने का दिल बिल्कुल भी नहीं कर रहा है, लेकिन मैं पढ़ूंगी। आज तो मैं पढ़ के ही सोऊंगी। All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular material. In nearly all animals' tissues, specialized junctions provide both structural and functional links. In all animal tissue, specialized junctions provide both structural and functional link between its individual cells. Okay, structural and functional link. The junction provide structural and functional link. Three type of cell junction. Found in epithelium and other tissues. These are tight adhering, and one more is there. Tight adhering and it's okay माँ, पढ़ो 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 पढ़ो, कोई बात नहीं, पढ़ो। हाँ, मैं कैसे पढ़ूँ? मुझे इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है, लेकिन मैं पढ़ के ही सोऊंगी। क्या था? Tight, then adhering, then one more is there. Tight adhering and gap junction. इतना गुस्सा आता है ना, gap junction. Okay. The cell to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of adjoining cell for rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. Ions, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. Ions, small molecules, and sometimes big molecules. कितना मुश्किल होता है यार ये पढ़ना. All cells in epithelium are held together with little intercellular material. Okay, epithelium are held together. Little intercellular material. LITTLE, little INT, intercellular, little intercellular material. Held together. Material. Epithelium are held together. Cells of epithelium are held together. Little intercellular material. In nearly all animal tissues, the junction provide both structural and functional unit. Linko. Junction provide both animal tissue. Junction provide both structural and functional link. Junction provide structural and functional structural and functional. Junction provide structural and functional link. In animal tissues, there are three types. Okay, three types of cell junctions found in epithelium and other tissues. Three types of cell junction. First we have tight junction. Tight, T-I-G-S-T. Tight, adhering and gap junction. Help cells from leaking. Stop substances from leaking across a tissue. Stops leaking of substances. Stops leaking of substances. Stops substances leaking across a tissue. Tissue को across help कर सके. Stop substances from leaking across a tissue. Tissue को across कैंसर a substance. Stops leaking of substance across a tissue. Tight junction. Stops leaking of substances. इतना गुस्सा आता है, कोई बात नहीं. These are called tight. Okay. Stops substances from leaking across a tissue. Stops leaking of substances. Tight junction. Okay. Then we have adhering. ADHERNG. Adhering junction. Adhering junction. Perform cementing to keep neighboring cells together. Keep cells together by cementing. CEMENTH. Cementing. Then gap junction. Communication between two cells. Cells facilitate the cell to communicate with each other by connecting the cytoplasm of adjoining cell for rapid transfer of ions. Communication between cells for transfer of ions and molecules. Okay, connective tissue. And sometimes big molecules. Sometimes कोई बोला big molecules. I'm joining till 3. I'm so glad. And something big molecules. Sometimes big molecules. Sometimes okay. Sometimes big molecules. That's it. Flattened cell. These are squamous epithelium. Simple epithelium, squamous. Then we have cuboidal, cube-like cells, columnar. Nuclei at the base, columnar. They have cilia in their free surface. Okay. This ciliated epithelium moves particle or mucus in a specific direction over the epithelium. inner surface of hollow organ like bronchioles and fallopian tube. Bronchioles and fallopian tubes. Bronchioles and fallopian tube. Bronchioles and fallopian tubes. Bronchioles and fallopian tubes. Okay, we got it. Bronchioles and fallopian tube. Okay. Glandular epithelium, unicellular, multicellular. Glandular epithelium, unicellular. Glandular epithelium, unicellular. Multicellular. Glandular epithelium. These are unicellular. These are multicellular. Multicellular gland, unicellular gland. Multicellular and unicellular. Okay. Compound epithelium, multi-layered, more than one layer. Compound epithelium, multi-layered, more than one layer. Multi-layered. Okay. Glandular epithelium, unicellular. Here it is multicellular. Tall cells, flattened cells. Got it. हो गया. Connective tissue पढ़ेंगे. उसके बाद muscle tissue, neural tissue, organ and organ system. और तुमको छोड़ के कॉकरोच करेंगे. कॉकरोच के बाद हम लोग ड्रग करेंगे. Connective tissue. Connective tissues are most abundant and widely distributed in the body of complex animals. Most abundant tissue, connective tissue. Widely distributed, most abundant and widely distributed. Abundant, widely distributed in the body of complex organism. Okay, complex organism. They are named connective because of their special function of linking and supporting. Connective tissue because of their named connective because of their special function of linking and supporting other tissues and organs. Linking and supporting other tissues. Linking and supporting other tissues organ of the body. They range from soft connective tissue to specialized type, which include cartilage, bone, adipose and blood. Cartilage, bone, adipose and blood. Okay. कोई बात नहीं, कर लेंगे. 1 2 3 4 5 बस ये चैप्टर कर ले. Connective tissue. Connective tissue. सी हाँ, वो एक और बार NCERT रीडिंग कर लेंगे. Connective tissue. Connective tissues. They are most abundant. Widely distributed. Most abundant, widely distributed. Most abundant, widely distributed among complex animals. Most abundant, widely distributed in body of. Okay, they are named connective because of their special function of linking and supporting. Special function of linking and supporting other organs or tissues. Linking and supporting. supporting other tissues and organs. It's okay, ma. Other tissues and organ of the body. They range from soft connective to specialized type. Okay. Soft to specialized. Specialized. Okay. Bone cartilage. Cartilage. Bone cartilage, adipose, and blood. Just look for bone cartilage, adipose, and bone. Bone, blood out. Bone cartilage, adipose, and blood. Except blood. Cell secretes fiber of structural protein called collagen or elastin. These fiber provide strength, elasticity, and flexibility to the tissue. These cells also secrete modified polysaccharide which accumulate between cell and fiber and act as matrix ground substances. Connective tissues are classified into three types: loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and specialized connective tissue. Loose, dense, and specialized. Okay. In all connective tissue except cells secrete fibers of structural protein. Cell secretes collagen. All cell secretes, secretes collagen except blood. This in all connective tissue except blood, all cell secretes collagen except blood. Okay. Collagen is a protein. Fiber of cell secrete fiber of structural protein. Collagen is fiber of structural protein. Fiber of cell secrete fiber of Alhamdulillah. Cell secretes fibers of structural protein. Collagen is fiber of structural protein. Fibers of structural proteins. Structural proteins. 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 Collagen is fiber of structural protein. In all connective tissues except blood, the cells secrete fibers of structural protein called collagen or elastin. All cells secrete collagen except blood. Collagen is fiber of structural protein. Fibers of structural protein. Also called elastin. Collagen. Fiber of structural protein. Fibers of structural protein. Collagen is also called as elastin. Collagen is also called elastin. The fibers provide these fibers fibers provide elasticity, flexibility, and strength. Provide strength, strength, strength. Number 2, elasticity, strength, elasticity, and these fibers provide strength, elasticity, and one more thing. हाँ इतना तो करना ही है. Strength, elasticity, and flexibility. The fibers provide strength, elasticity, and flexibility to the tissue. This fiber provides strength, elasticity, and flexibility to the tissue. These cells also secrete modified polysaccharides. All cells secretes collagen except blood. Okay. Connective cells of connective tissues. Cells of connective tissue also secretes polysaccharide. Modified polysaccharide. Modified FIED. Modified polysaccharides. SACCHARIDS. Polysaccharides. Modified polysaccharides which accumulates between cells and fibers and act as matrix. It act as matrix. 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 Connective tissue. In complex animals, there are complex animals, right? In complex animals, most abundant, widely distributed connective tissues. In complex animals, most abundant, widely distributed function linking and supporting soft to specialized bone, cartilage, blood, and adipose. All cells secretes collagen except blood. Collagen is also known as elastin. Collagen are protein fibers. Collagen is a fiber of structural protein. Okay, protein fiber. Okay, structural protein. Collagen. Okay, fiber provide strength, flexibility, and elasticity. Strength, flexibility, and elasticity is the main function of this fibers. Structural protein. Fibers of structural protein. Cells of connective tissues also secrete modified polysaccharides which accumulates between fibers and cells and act as matrix. Polysaccharide act as matrix. Accumulates between cells and fibers and act as matrix. Ground substance. Ground substance. GROUND. Ground substance. STANC. Substance. Ground substance. Okay. Connective tissues are classified into three types. Three types of connective tissues. There are three types of connective tissue. Connective tissue. TISSUE tissue. Connective tissue. These are loose connective tissues, then dense connective tissue, and specialized connective tissue. Connective tissues are classified into three types: loose, dense, and loose connective tissue. Dense, LOOSE. Loose connective, CONNECTIV. Connective. Loose connective tissue. Dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue and loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and one more, that is specialized connective tissue. Okay, connective tissue, they are most abundant, widely spread. They range from soft to specialized. Blood, cartilage, bone, and adipose, these all are connective tissues. Their function is linking and supporting. All cells secrete collagen except blood. Collagen is also called elastin. They provide strength, flexibility, and elasticity. Collagen is a protein fiber, structural protein. Okay, fiber of structural protein. Cells of connective tissues also secrete modified polysaccharides which accumulates between cells and fibers and act as matrix ground substance. Three types of connective tissue: loose, dense, and loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and I forgot. Loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and one more is there. Loose, dense, and specialized, just like bloods. Loose connective tissues has cells and fibers loosely arranged in semi-fluid ground substances. Loose connective tissue. इतना सारा तो है. Loose connective tissues has cell and fibers loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substances. For example, areolar tissue. Loose connective tissue has cells and fibers loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substances. Joins integuments with muscles. Areolar tissue joins integuments with muscles. Okay. Loose connective tissues has cells and fibers loosely arranged in semi-fluid. Cells and fibers loosely arranged in semi-fluid ground substances. For example, areolar tissues present beneath the skin. Often it serves as support framework for epithelium. It contains fibroblast cells that produce and secretes fibers, macrophages, and mast cells. Adipose tissue is another type of loose connective tissues. Loose connective tissue, okay. Located mainly beneath the skin, the cells of these tissues are specialized to store fats. The excess of nutrients which are not used immediately are converted into fats and are stored in this tissue, adipose, okay. मैं कर सकती हूँ. Ima, you can do it. कोई बात नहीं, you can do it. Loose connective tissues, cells and fibers loosely arranged. Cells and fibers loosely arranged. Cells and fibers loosely arranged, okay. Loosely arranged semi-fluid ground substances. Semi-fluid fluid ground substances. Cells and fibers loosely arranged semi-fluid ground substances. Semi-fluid ground substances is okay. Cells and fibers loosely arranged in semi-fluid ground substance. For example, areolar present beneath skin. Often it serves as support framework for epithelium. It contains fibroblast cells that produce and secrete fibers, macrophages, and mast cell. Adipose tissue is another type of loose connective tissue. Located loose connective tissues, areolar and adipose. Two types of loose connective tissues are AE, areolar, AER, AREO, areolar, areolar tissue, areolar, areolar, areolar tissue present beneath the skin. Okay, then we have adipose tissue, areolar tissue. But to adipose tissue, TISSUE tissue. I want to kick them. Areolar tissue and adipose tissue. Areolar tissue and adipose tissue. Shifting one. Areolar adipose tissue. Areolar or adipose tissue. Areolar or adipose tissues are the two types of loose connective tissues. First one, areolar. It's okay. AREOLR. Areolar tissue. Areolar tissue. Areolar tissue present beneath the skin often serves as support framework for epithelium. Beneath skin, areolar tissue, BENEATH, beneath skin support framework, SU support frame, FRA framework, support framework for epithelium. Support framework for epithelium is areolar. Okay, present beneath the skin. Support framework for epithelium contains fibroblast cells that produce and secretes fibers. Contains fibroblast. Fibroblasts are cells. Fibroblast, BLAST, blasts are cells that produce fibers. Cells that produce and secrete fibers produce fibers. BRES, fibers. FIBRES, fibers. Cells that produce and secrete fibers. Fibroblasts are cells that produce fibers. Macrophages and mast cell contains fibroblast. It contains loose areolar tissues, contains fibroblast, macrophages, macrophage, macrophages, and mast cell, mast cells cells, mast cells, contains fibroblast, macrophages and mast cells. अच्छा वो दो करेंगे तो इतना आ जाएगा ना, फिर वहाँ पर भी तो कुछ करेंगे, इतना कंप्लीट करेंगे, 11th पोर्शन पूरा छोड़ देंगे उसका, आई थिंक हो जाएगा. लाइक कितना आएगा टोटल, कितना करेंगे? वेयर इज इट, वेयर इज माई रफ कॉपी? 360. Eight one's 8, two is 16. 24. 6, 12, 18. 16. 16, it was 24. 8 1 8 to 16, it was 24. 6 3 4 5 6 630. Really? That means 630. वाओ, अच्छी बात है कि beneath skin support framework for epithelium contains fibroblast, macrophages and mast cells, integuments with muscles. Okay, irregular tissue. Tissue joins integuments with muscles, muscles. Mast cells, granules. Mast cells granules secretes histamine, vasodilator in mammals. Collagen fibers, these are irregular tissue. Okay, mast cells, also called macrophages, histocytes, phagocytic in nature. Obviously, mast cells. Macrophages are also called histocytes. Macrophage is also called histocytes. They are phagocytic in nature. Macrophages are phagocytic in nature. Fibroblast produce fibers, collagen fiber, fat cells, matrix, semifluid, mast cell, phagocytic in nature. They are phagocytic in nature. Mast cells secrete histamine, vasodilator in mammals. ये vasodilator क्या होता है फिर? Vasodilator are medications that relax blood vessels, allow more blood to flow through them. They are used to treat a number of conditions including high blood pressure. Relax blood vessel. which stimulates calcium release. Okay, medications that relaxes, allows more blood flow. Mast cells secrete histamine. Granules, granules, granules of mast cell. Granules of mast cells, granule of mast cells secrete histamine. Cells secrete secret, secrete histamine, histamine, histamine. Vasodilator. Largest quantity of extracellular material. Vasodilator. Relax blood vessels. vasodilator. इतना सब कुछ नहीं सोचना होता है, बस पढ़ना होता है. Granules of mast cells secrete histamine. Vasodilator. Okay. Areolar tissues, largest quantity of extracellular material. Extracellular. Areolar tissue has largest quantity of extracellular areolar tissue has largest quantity of extracellular material. Largest quantity of extracellular material. Adipose tissue. Adipose tissue. Loose connective tissue के part हो. Loose connective tissue located mainly beneath skin. Located mainly beneath skin. Located beneath, beneath, beneath skin. Again, okay. Cells are specialized to store fats. Cells are specialized, CIA, specialized for the storage, storage of fats. Cells are specialized for the storage of fats. Loose connective tissue located mainly beneath the skin. The cells of these tissues are specialized to store fats. The cells of these tissues are specialized for the storage of fats. Excess of nutrients which are not used immediately. Excess of nutrients which are not used immediately are converted into fats and are stored in this tissue. Excess of nutrients which are not used immediately. Nutrients used immediately and are stored in this tissue. Excess nutrients are converted into fats. Fats which are stored in AT tissue. Okay. Fat storage area, adipocyte. CYTS. Fat storage area. Storage, AREA, area. Plasma membrane. Serotonin, heparin are also present in mast cell. Stamen. Okay. MESENTER, mesentery. Around kidney, bone marrow, also in, okay. Fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed in dense connective tissues. Orientation of fibers shows a regular or irregular pattern. The tissues. Cells and fibers are loosely arranged, semi-fluid ground substances. Fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed. Dense connective tissue. Fibers and fibroblasts are मोस्टली 7 आवर्स का था ना, तो मैंने तो इसमें ही कितना 3 आवर्स जितना लगा दिया, तो सही ही था. Fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed. Fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed. Arranged compactly with them. Fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed in dense connective tissues. Fiber shows a regular and irregular orientation of fiber. Orientation. Fibers. Regular and irregular are compactly packed. Orientation of fibers, regular and irregular. Dense regular and dense irregular. Two types. Dense connective tissue are dense regular and dense irregular tissue. Dense regular and dense irregular tissues. Dense regular and dense irregular tissues. Okay, so this is 24. dense regular and dense regular and dense irregular. Dense regular and dense irregular tissues. In the dense regular connective tissues, the collagen. अब मैं गलत गलत पढ़ूंगी शायद, मुझे दोनों ही रिवाइज करना होगा. It's okay, ma. Dense regular connective tissues, the collagen fiber are present. Regular and dense regular connective tissue, collagen fiber are present in rows between many parallel bundle of fibers. Row. Collagen fibers are present in row. Parallel bundle of fibers. Tendons which attach skeletal muscles to bone and ligaments which attach bones to another are example of this tissue. हया मैं तो भूल ही जाऊंगी. Dense regular tissue. Collagen fiber are present in row. Present in row. Collagen fiber are present in row. Many parallel bundles. Collagen fiber are present. Many parallel bundle of fiber. Parallel bundle of fiber, collagen fiber are present in row between many parallel bundle of fibers. Tendon. Example: tendon and ligament. Tendon which attach one bone to another, which attach skeletal muscle to bone. Bones. Bone. Modified white fiber. Made up of modified white fiber. White fibers, fibres, fibers. Tendons are made up of modified white fibers, fibres, fibers. Tendons which attach skeletal muscles to bone and ligaments which attach one bone to another are example of this tissue. Dense irregular connective tissues has fibroblast. Dense irregular connective tissue has fibroblast and many fibers, mostly collagen, that are oriented differently. The tissues is present in the skin, cartilage, skin. Okay, cartilage, bone and blood are various types of specialized connective tissue. Okay, मैं मर ही जाऊँ कोई बात नहीं, तुम ढूंढ लोगी. Dense, irregular. Dense, irregular connective tissue. Dense, irregular tissue. Connective tissue. Dense connective tissue. Regular tissue. Dense, irregular connective tissue. Connective tissue. Dense, irregular connective tissue. Okay. This tissue has fibroblast and many fibers. Fibroblast. F-I-B-R-O. Fibroblast and many fibers. Fibroblast and many fibers, mostly collagen, oriented differently. D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N. It's okay, ma. Oriented differently. Tissues present in the skin. These tissues is present in skin. Dense, irregular connective tissue. Irregular. P-R-E-S-E-N. Present in tissue. S-K-I-N. Skin. Fibroblast and many fibers. I hate it. Don't think about it. Don't think. Fibers and many fibers. Dense, irregular connective tissue. Dense, irregular connective tissue has fibroblast and many fibers, mostly collagen, that are oriented differently. The tissue is present in skin. Okay, present in skin. Dense, regular tissue. This is dense, regular. This is dense, irregular. Okay, these are collagen fiber. Collagen fibers are present in row. There are many fibroblasts between many parallel bundle of fibers. Example, tendon and ligament. Tendon attach ST skeletal muscles to tendons, attach skeletal muscles to bone. Skeletal muscles to bones. Okay, tendon, ligament, bone to bone. Tendons are made up of modified white fibers. Tendons are made up of modified white fibers. Dense, irregular tissue, connective tissue, fibroblast and many fibers, oriented differently. Present in skin. Inelastic. Tendons, inelastic cord. Tendons are inelastic cord. Tendons are inelastic cord. We'll take a break, okay? कौन भाग गया? सर्वजिता आयुधेर, शुभम आयुधेर, और कौन पढ़ने वाला था हमारे साथ? श्री आयुधेर. Who else was there? मीबान आयुधेर. कौन भाग गया अभी तक? सब. शुभम है, सर्वजिता है. I can't believe. श्री भाग गया. मीबान भी शायद. मीबान एंड श्री आयुधेर. और दूसरा वाला शुभम जो कि वी शर्मा, उसका तो एग्जाम था ना मैथमेटिक्स का. ओह, ही इज देयर. दूसरा शुभम भी है क्योंकि उसका कल एग्जाम है ना. न्यू है क्या श्री? हाँ न्यू. अभी तो काफ़ी ओल्ड हो गया. हाँ लेकिन हाँ न्यू ही बोल सकता है, लेकिन मुझे ओल्ड ही लगता है अब। स्किन के अब हम लोग वो लेंगे ना ब्रेक थोड़ी देर के लिए। कितने मिनट का ब्रेक ले? 3 ही मिनट का ब्रेक ले। मुझे लगा एलेक्स हम लोगों के साथ यही है। एलेक्स नहीं है। एलेक्स आयु देयर। चैप्टर कितना हुआ है? अय्या पूरा बचा है। एलेक्स आयु देयर। ये वाला चैप्टर गंदा लगता है। मुझे भी अच्छा नहीं लगता वो कॉकरोच वाला पोर्शन। पर क्या ही कर सकते हैं, है ना? पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा ही। उसने मुझसे झूठ बोला क्या? मुझे लगा वो हमारे साथ यहीं पर पढ़ रहा है। वो पढ़ तो रहा है, लेकिन मुझे नहीं पता यहाँ पर पढ़ रहा है कि कहीं और पढ़ रहा है। लेकिन वो सोया नहीं है, इतना तो मैं गारंटी दे सकती हूँ। उसने बोला कि वो रुकेगा, 3 तक वेट करेगा। कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आया। झूठ कहा क्या एलेक्स? Who knows? I see. I see. टेस्ट सिलेबस अपडेट एक बार दे दी। मतलब मैं समझी नहीं। मैंने उसको गाली दिया ना, इसलिए मुझे काफ़ी फनी लग रहा है। वो ऑनलाइन आके चेक भी कर रहा है। So let's start. Okay, we will start. टेस्ट सिलेबस अपडेट एक बार दे दी। दे देना प्लीज़ कल। साइंस आए या बहुत पीछे चल रही हूँ मैं। हाँ, मैं तो तुमसे भी पीछे चल रही हूँ सर्वजीता। हाँ, लेकिन मैं दे दूंगी, ओके, तुम्हारे लिए। दूसरा सेशन कर लेते हैं, ओके। कोई लिख दो ना सेकंड स्लॉट करके 90 मिनट का। मैं इसको ऐसे ही छपड़ी नहीं बोलती ना, 2 जगह पर ये कर रहा है। एलेक्स तू इधर भी है ना? आई सी, 2 जगह, एक ही इंसान 2 जगह अटेंड कर रहा है। छपड़ी कॉम्बो है। हाँ हो गया बस। आई नो, तो उधर ना, उधर टेक्स्ट पढ़ने जाता है और इधर मेरा रिएक्शन देखने आता है। टेलीग्राम चेक करूं? ओके रुको। लाइक दिस अपडेट। ओह ओके। एनिमल किंगडम मॉर्फो। वो तुम्हारा ज्यादा क्यों है? तो मेरे मेरे कंपैरिजन में मेरा एनाटोमी और बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन वो 2 मैंने कर लिया है। स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एनिमल्स आज करूंगी। सेल्स का हाफ किया है। बायोमोलिक्यूल्स एक बार कर चुकी थी, लेकिन वो फिर से नहीं समझ आएगा क्योंकि कल मैंने नोट्स देखा, वो अच्छा नहीं था। अच्छा नहीं था मतलब कि मुझे मेरा खुद का ही नोट्स नहीं समझ में आया, वो काफ़ी गंदी तरीके से मैंने लिखा था। ऐसा वाला नोट्स था वो, तो इतना गंदा चीज़ मुझे नहीं समझ में आता है। तो ये वाला मुझे फिर से करना पड़ेगा, पता नहीं किसकी वीडियो फिर से देखूंगी। और नीचे वाला जो ह्यूमन फेस जो है उसमें से सिर्फ एक ही किया है, वो है बॉडी फ्लूइड, बाकी सब छोड़ के रखा है मैंने। कॉकरोच हाफ किया है, रिवीजन करना बाकी है मेरा। ओ रिवीजन करना बाकी है तो फिर मैंने सारा ही किया है सर्वजीता, मेरा सारा ही रिवीजन चल रहा है। मैं लास्ट ईयर ही कर चुकी थी पूरा कंप्लीट। हाँ वो अभी नहीं बताना कि फ्री होके कम्युनिटी में अपडेट करना कल। अच्छा ओके ठीक है, बस ठीक है ठीक है। चलो भाई लोग, अब मेरा ब्रेक लाइव के एंड पर। चलो भाई लोग, अब मेरा ब्रेक लाइव के एंड पर। ओह ओके। मुझे पता नहीं क्यों पकोड़ा बना के ना खाने का दिल कर रहा है। What the fuck? अय्या आ Please, please. It's okay. Present in skin fibroblast and many fibers oriented differently. Parallel bundles of fiber. Example: tendons and ligaments. Bone to another bone. Tendons are made up of modified white fibers. Okay. Cartilage, bones and blood are various types of specialized connective tissue. Specialized connective tissue. Bone, blood and cartilage. Bone, cartilage, bone, cartilage and एक होगा हमारा blood. Bone, cartilage, blood. Cartilage, bone and blood are various type of specialized connective tissue. मैंने specialized connective tissue लिखा ना. हाँ. The intercellular material of cartilage is solid, easily bent. Okay, solid and pliable, easily bent, flexible. Okay. The intercellular matrix of cartilage is solid and pliable and resist compression. The cells of this tissues. Okay, cartilage tissue के cells क्यों chondrocyte cells are enclosed in small cavity within the matrix secreted by them. Most of the cartilage in vertebrate embryos are replaced by bone in adults. Cartilage is present in tip of nose, outer ear, between adjacent bone of vertebral column, limbs, and hands in adults. Okay, let's see. Let's see. First we have cartilage, right? Cartilage. The intercellular material of cartilage is solid and pliable. The intercellular material of cartilage is solid and pliable and resist compression. The intercellular material the intercellular material of सबको ना चाकू डाल दो अंदर. It's okay ma, don't think about it. मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, मैं भूल ही जाती हूँ कि मैं लाइव में हूँ. It's okay. मैं भूल ही जाती हूँ कि मैं लाइव सेशन में हूँ. Cartilage is solid and pliable and resist compression. Intercellular material of cartilage is solid. Cartilage intercellular material. Real solid pliable solid pliable resist compression. Solid, pliable and resist compression. Solid, pliable and resist compression. Cell of these tissues, chondrocytes are enclosed in small cavities. Tissue. Cellular material, solid, pliable and resist. Solid and resist compression. Cell of these tissues, chondrocytes are enclosed in small cavities. CHON. Chondrocytes. Chondrocytes. CYDS chondrocytes. Cells of cartilage. Resist changes and they are solid, okay. Sites enclosed. Chondrocytes are enclosed in small cavities. Cavity within matrix. Secreted by them within matrix. Most of the cartilage in vertebrates are replaced by bone. Cartilage replaced by bones, placed by bones, in adults. Vertebrate embryo are replaced by bones in adult. Bones in vertebrate embryo are replaced by bones in adult. Cartilage is present in the tip of nose, outer ear, outer ear. Present in tip of nose, outer ear joints, between vertebral column, right? Between adjacent bone of between vertebral column ही लिख दो, vertebral BRL, adjacent bone of vertebral column. Adjacent bone of vertebral column, COLUMN column. Okay, between vertebral column, adjacent bone of vertebral column. Bone of vertebral column. Limbs and hands. Outer ear between adjacent bone of tip of nose, outer ear joints between adjacent bone of vertebral column. Limbs and hands. Yes. Limbs and hands. Limbs and hands in adult. Okay. Tip of nose. Okay. Tip of nose, external ear between the adjacent bone of vertebral column and 3 हो गए ना. Limbs and hands, okay, of adults. Okay, got it. Chondrocytes are cells of tissue cartilage. Chondrocytes are present between the small cavity within the matrix secreted by them. Intercellular matrix material of cartilage. Intercellular material of cartilage is pliable, solid, and resist compression. Bone and blood. बोन एंड ब्लड, उसके बाद तो मसल्स, उसके बाद न्यूरल टिश्यू हो ही जाएगा. ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट इन nasal septum and epiglottis. Protoglycan protein, chondroitin plus polysaccharide. Okay, protoglycan. कोलाजन फाइबर, मैट्रिक्स, कोलाजिन फाइबर. मैट्रिक्स किस चीज का होगा? कोलाजन फाइबर. कोलाजन फाइबर, स्मॉल कैविटी मैट्रिक्स, कोलाजन फाइबर. ओके. कार्टिलेज सेल्स, chondrocytes. Protoglycan, okay, also present in nasal septum and epiglottis. NASL, nasal septum. Tip of nose and nasal septum. Epiglottis, GLOTTIS, epiglottis. Then we have protoglycan. Protoglycan K plus Q, protoglycan is equals to Protein, chondroitin, chondriotin, CHON, chondriotin, chondrio, DROI, chondroitin, chondroi, it's DRO, chondroitin, plus polysaccharide. Polysaccharide, chondroitin plus polysaccharide, plus polysaccharide. Protoglycan, chondroitin plus polysaccharide, protoglycan, chondroitin, it is a protein, protein plus polysaccharide, chondroitin plus polysaccharide. Hi, SpongeBob. Bones have a hard and non-pliable ground substance. It is hard and non-pliable ground substance. Bones have hard, non-pliable, ground substances. Substance rich in calcium and collagen fiber. Substances. Bones substances are rich in. Ground substances are rich in. किस चीज में रिच होगा? Ground substances are rich in calcium salts and collagen fiber. Calcium salts and collagen fiber. Collagen fibers, FIBRES, fibers. Collagen fibers and calcium salts. Calcium salts and collagen fibers, which give bone its strength. जिसके कारण bone को strength. Hard non-pliable ground substances. Ground substances are rich in calcium salts and collagen fiber. Strength. Give bone strength. Give strength to bone. Strength to bone. Give strength to bone. Calcium salt, calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. Astaghfirullah. PHOS, phosphate, PHAT. Calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. 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 हो जाएगा, इतना तो हो ही जाएगा. Have a hard and non-pliable ground substances rich in calcium salt and collagen fiber, which give a bone its strength. Okay, it is the main tissue that provides structural frame to the body. Bones support and protect softer tissues and organs. The bone cells, osteocytes, are present in the space called lacuna. Limb bones such as the long bone of legs serve weight bearing functions. इतना गुस्सा आता है लेकिन क्या ही कर सकती हूँ. They also interact with skeletal muscles attached to them to bring about movement. The bone marrow in some bones is the site of production of blood cells. मेरे ना चार्ज ना 3 है, 1 2 3, कभी भी स्विच ऑफ हो सकता है. ओके, इतना है मेरा चार्ज, 3 have hard and non-pliable ground substances rich in calcium, salt, and collagen fiber, which give bone its strength. Which give bone its strength. Which give bone its strength. It's a strength, okay. It is the main tissue that provides structural frame to body. Hard, non-pliable ground substance. Hard, non-pliable ground substance. Rich in calcium, salts, and collagen fiber, which give bone its strength. Which give bone is give a bone give strength to bone. Give strength to bone. It is the main tissue and provides a structural frame to the body. It is the main tissue. It is the main tissue that provides a structural frame to the body. Why you not plugged to the charger? Well, I can. Should I? No, I don't want to. I'll do it later. तो करो ना. अगर मैं निकाल दूंगी ना तो यहाँ पर चार्ज नहीं है ना. फिर ये भी तो सो जाएगा. और फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ के बहाने मुझे थोड़ा टाइम भी मिलेगा. उस ब्रेक में मैं जाके चाय बना के पीऊँगी. मैं कब से सोच ही रही हूँ कि कब फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ होगा और उस टाइम में जाके चाय बना के पीऊँगी. अगर बात चाय की नहीं होती तो मैं ज़रूर प्लग करती. इसमें शर्म की क्या बात. लेकिन आज मैं कॉफ़ी भी लेके आई हूँ आज. अभी पढ़ते हैं ना. फिर मेरा फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ होने के बाद मैं जाके चाय बना के पीऊँगी. ओह, मैं यही देख रही थी एक वीडियो जिसमें हम लोगों को स्माइल करना होता है नॉर्मली और उसके बाद ना थोड़ी देर बाद हम लोगों को हंसना बंद करना होगा. चैलेंज जैसा समथिंग कुछ था. तुम लोगों ने देखा होगा ऐसा वाला रील, लेकिन तुम लोग भूल गए होंगे. बोन हैव अ हार्ड एंड नॉन प्लाइबल ग्राउंड सब्सटेंसेस रिच इन कैल्शियम, सॉल्ट एंड कोलाजन फाइबर. इतना मैं कर जाऊँ ना फिर तो फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ हो ना हो मुझे नहीं, कुछ परेशानी नहीं. हैव अ हार्ड एंड नॉन प्लाइबल ग्राउंड सब्सटेंसेस रिच इन कैल्शियम, सॉल्ट एंड कोलाजन फाइबर, which give bone its strength. It is the main tissue that provides structural frame to the body. Bone support and protect softer tissue. मैं कहाँ पर हूँ? Give strength to bone. Bone, which give bone its strength to bone. Okay. The main tissue that provides structural frame to body. Main tissue for structural frame. Structural frame. Structural frame. Main tissue for structural. Main tissue for structural frame. Frame of body. बोन की वजह से ही है. Bone supports and protects softer tissues and organ. Protects softer tissues and organ. Tissues and organ. Tissues and organ. Organs. Bone supports and protects softer tissues and organs. The bone cells, osteocytes, are present in space called lacuna. 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 Bone cells. Osteocytes. 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 Osteocytes are bone cells. Present in space called lacuna. Osteocytes are present in lacuna. Lacunae. 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 Present in lacunae. Lacunae. Limb bones such as long bones of the leg. Limb bones. Long bones of legs. So weight bearing function. Concentric. Limb bones. Weight bearing function. Bears weight. Weights. Bears weight. Bears weight. They also interact with skeletal muscles attached to them. They also interact. कौन interact करता है? Okay, bone interact with skeletal muscles attached to them to bring about movement. Present the special limb bones such as bones interact with skeletal attached to them to bring about movements. Bone marrow in some bones is the site of production of blood cells. Bone marrow. Production of blood cells. Marrow. Production of blood cell. Blood is a fluid, okay? Blood. Fluid. Fluid. F-L-U-I-D. Fluid. Connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue. Tissue. Contains plasma, RBC and WBC. Contains plasma. Plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. Contains plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay. Main circulating fluid that helps in transport of various substances. Circulating fluid helps in transport. RBC, WBC, platelets, plasma. Okay. Haversian canal. Haversian canal. Osin present present in matrix of bone. Osin, OSSEIN. Some protein in matrix. Bone. Osins. Protein present in the matrix of bone. अभी चाय बना के आई, ओके? मैं अभी चली जा रही हूँ. बाय बाय. Specialized connective. Bye everyone.